Hello, my beautiful twin flames, and thank you so much for being patient with me. It has been a minute since I uploaded my latest video, and I know this is the long anticipated, awaited video about your divine masculine, what he's thinking, feeling, and whether or not he's going to communicate, reach out, come towards you. So I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest as Massage by Carrie. My readings are listed in the description box below if you feel so called. And please, I always welcome your comments. We have a lovely community here. You'll find nothing but love. So don't hesitate to share your experiences, whether or not something resonates with you. And if you're interested in the self-care aspect and how to become the ultimate manifester, how to attract whatever you want into your life, you can go read more articles on my blog about how to do that. So, if you're reaching me for the first time, my name is Carrie. I have a wellness business. So, I'm a massage therapist, I'm a yoga instructor, newly certified, and I'm a tarot reader, and so much, much, much more. But enough about me. I know you're here for this video, so let's get started. Thank you to all my new subscribers. What are they thinking right now? So we have the lovely Four of Wands in reverse to start off this reading. We have the Daughter of Swords. And I am just picking randomly here because, I don't know about you, but this last week, and here we go. The Two of Wands. This past week has been really crazy. I know that we're in Pisces season. The downside of Pisces is sometimes it can feel heavy, encumbered, and kind of illusionary. But at the same time, we're going to have some conjunctions coming up to where we're really refocusing our desires and how to make them more concrete in the world. So we have this kind of paradoxical situation, both in the twin flame connection and within ourselves. And the advice in general is basically to ground to nature, to really listen to that inner voice, which, if you listen to a lot of these readings, it sounds like a lot of recycled material, and it is because, and I talk about this on my blog, but when you think about manifestation, you really have to do a couple of different things to get into that mindset. You've got to clear out all this baggage. You've got to set an intention, and you've got to take baby steps towards it. And then, be appreciative of whatever outcome comes towards you, and then give away the surplus kind of type thing. So it doesn't matter what you apply it to, whether you apply it to money or the twin flame connection. This is about getting you in the right headspace right now. And we only have so many zodiac signs and so many transits and so many planets. So it's not that we're just recycling messages because it sounds great. It's just this time. So this is something to think about if you feel that the wellness community is not being sincere. And some people aren't, honestly, but it's just something to think about. So anyway, the Four of Wands. The four is a number of stability. It's about grounding your passion with the Suit of Wands here. And I'm focusing here on this beautiful blue color in the middle. It's kind of like an eye, a window into another world. And we have also the colors of the solar plexus and the sacral chakra as well. Interesting. The Daughter of Swords, of course, is the Page of Swords here. A demure but wise being. Somebody who's very much in their head. But who has been seeing illumination recently with all these colorful beams of light coming through. And then, of course, the Two of Cups, thinking about love and partnerships and connections. So I think just to start off this reading here, that your person is coming out of themselves a little bit. They definitely are thinking about you. They're definitely thinking about, this is it. So they're thinking about how to, with laser-like certainty and vision, move forward in a 3D physical manner towards you know what? I'm not even sure. Because this is what I see. I see a person who feels unseen. Somebody who feels like it's the connection that's taken center stage. Somebody who feels like all style, no substance. Somebody who feels like when they get swallowed up in the darkness, they get swallowed up big. And this tiny window towards the light gets smaller and smaller because they're not using their intuition. So this is somebody that either lately or in the past has been feeling the forward momentum, but that they are not allowing themselves to move forward for some reason. And I think this is within respect to career or position, that they feel that their self-worth is largely wrapped up in relationships. There's something about previous relationships here that they feel, they know, has been holding them back from being their most authentic self, from being able to speak. And that's kind of why I get this sorrowful feeling here with the Two of Cups. And I feel like your person this entire time has just been working really hard to try to create a life to where they are singled out, that they don't need any help from relationships. Relationship with a parent, relationship with a spouse, or friend, or boss, or anybody. They've really wanted to go it alone. They are either trying to figure out who they are without a relationship, or they want all the credit. They don't understand partnership. And I think it's because in the past they've been very wounded. Because this is 1111, this card, the Four of Wands. It's technically union in the Rider-Waite deck, but it's upside down. So I read this today as unmanifested energy, or what is the shadow side of this card. And I can even see a history of abuse in a relationship for some of your divine masculines. So let me get a little bit more clarification here with the Vessel Oracle deck. Yeah, it's interesting, you know. Okay, so look here, release. The cards don't lie, it's so crazy. So yeah, there's been some toxicity for your person in relationships in the past. There needs to be change. Maybe a change of heart about something. Maybe this person needs to walk in the labyrinth of their own life and figure out how to communicate better. What it is. I'm so glad I talked about manifestation here because, you know, so much of Twin Flame Reunion is a waiting game, really. And, you know, I've been doing Reiki for a couple months now. And I do find that it's really helpful. But when I first started Reiki, I thought, oh, I'm going to accelerate. I'm going to transform. I'm going to bring my person closer to me, and that was going to be the point of everything. And in reality, what was brought up were all the things that I needed to work on. And you're the mirror here. So if you resonate with this, then there is perhaps a history of that in yourself as well. So it's really a question of chicken or egg, cart or horse with twin flames, because when we do the work, our twin is doing the work, or at least they're presented with the stimulus to do the work. When they are doing the work, we are doing the work, or presented with that impetus to change. And this owl is telling me that these signs are going to be presented to you in nature. They are going to be in songs. They are going to be hidden in plain sight, you know? So if you need a nudge in the direction, ask your guides, ask your animal spirits, or you book a reading. Because sometimes it takes somebody to see from a high vantage point to show you where you're being blocked. So anyway, very interesting. Let's get some messages from your person, maybe a little bit more clarification here. I mean, I think it's good that your twin is thinking about this connection. I think for some of you, it's not looking favorably upon the connection because that person feels that this connection has triggered all of these other connections they've had, maybe an abusive spouse or a narcissistic parent or something where it makes them feel inadequate somewhere. And this has a wide range of possibilities. We have your words linger in my mind. Okay, so again, like somebody could have said something. And you know what? Triggering, it's not so overt often. It can be very subtle. You can remember things years later or read conversations yeah, look, I feel damaged. Like, I just can't do this. And like, overall, I really feel like the Divine Masculine has improved in leaps and bounds. So again, this is the reading for the moment. You can take this as like this person's headspace right now. For some of you, I know I screwed up and I honestly have no idea how to fix it. So this could be a fresh wound that's been opened. But I think for the majority of us that have been working on this for a while, it's just now coming to light how interconnected everything is. And how, like, let's just take a simple scenario. If your person, little armchair psychology. Oh, I love that I got spooked at the bottom of this. Yeah. If your person had an absent parent or an overbearing parent, or had to raise themselves, sometimes this can cause people to be a little bit self-centered, or not know how to regulate their emotions, or not know how to communicate about their emotions with people. And then you find this person that you really, really, really like, and they're so amazing, and you're inspired by them, and then you don't feel good enough for them, and then you're like, well, I need to turn away from this before they see the monster in me that I haven't worked on. Sometimes that happens. So a lot of here to think about. If you resonate with this, feel free to drop a line below. This is some interesting heavy, and you know what? This is what I love about Pisces season, because Pisces has such a heavy energy in its shadow. In the positive side, Pisces is very imaginative, and I think it's one of the most humanitarian signs, even more so than Aquarius, honestly, because Aquarius has this revolutionary aspect to it. And revolutions, no matter how small, can be quite dangerous, even if they're needed. So here we have the Two of Wands in reverse to start off our feeling space. So what is the Divine Masculine feeling? Okay, look. The Son of Wands here. Daughter of Swords, Son of Wands. 2 pages. Oh no, I guess the sun would be the Knight. The Ten of Cups. And I'm just running on autopilot here because I want the energy of the universe to really dictate what cards should be drawn. Okay, so again, another sign of partnership. And it's inverted. So I think the masculine's a little down on himself. The last reading I had about this, if you want to check it out, feel free to do so. That should be in my playlist. All of my readings are in playlists, so if you want to check something else out, feel free to do that. It was very positive the last time, and it's okay that we oscillate. We're human. We tend to do it. But I just love how we ended with it, and we began, and then we end with another cups. Seeing all these really amazing patterns. We have a lot of wands. So again, this is a time for forward momentum, but it's not going to feel like it because it feels like we have big ideas. And as soon as we plan out in detail an idea, another big idea comes along. And it makes us think well, which idea is the better idea to go with, So that is an indication that we should go within and be more reflective. We don't necessarily need to charge ahead, but to get excited about our future. I think this is a really good, indication with the Ten of Cups here that your person is feeling the need for everything. They're really trying to get from point A to point B. They know that the transformation of the snake is imminent. They really want to be somebody that can show up and be charismatic and be passionate and be unencumbered. What else? They want to be that person that gives you what you want, knows how to say the right thing. It has this kind of conquistador, devil-may-care, joie de vivre about them that also excites and entices you. It's almost like this is the reality and this is the ideal. Let's explore this. Why is that? What's going on here, Spirit? All right, again, solving shit from childhood. It comes up. Trust. But I think that's also something, a little thing since I read that wrong. And abundance. Well, there you have it. Some of your divine masculines might be having trouble trusting the universe. And this is a common one. People who are control freaks, they've had a lot of situations where they feel like they've had to be in charge. Otherwise, something bad might happen. So you'd adopt this mentality that, your prosperity is directly linked to whatever you do or don't do. And sometimes it can negate this idea that there is, whether or not you believe in a higher power, just something that connects us all, but there might be more out there. It puts the emphasis back on the ego and not on source. And that sometimes blocks abundance because when we're down and we don't believe in ourselves, then we close this door to manifesting our ideal. And that's why all the spiritual gurus say at that point, go within, look at these little tacks from childhood that have been like thorns in your side. Look for this little epiphany, this golden or green nugget that will be the secret to unlocking all of this so that you can live freely without guilt, without blaming anybody else, so you can, with laser-like focus, cut out everything that's not necessary, task-wise, cut out all the unnecessary distractions, and live and coast on this vibe that makes you this Son of Wands. I think it's interesting that this divine masculine chose the Son of Wands, because over like an adult character, I think that kind of suggests that they've felt they've had to be adult or exist in a mundane world too much, that they want play, that they want life, that they want, this feeling of total curiosity and exploration that they had in childhood. Let's see what the messages say here. Okay, please don't take what happened personally. It's not you, it's me. So yeah, this person is working on essentially creating a facade. And this is so interesting. Okay, so this can happen at this time. I just read this in an astrology brief before I did this video. Like I said, this is Pisces season. Pisces season, if you're not careful, you're going to get wrapped up in the illusions. In reality, your divine feminine, if you're a divine masculine and you're watching this, she doesn't want the illusion. She doesn't want the white knight. She wants this calm, calculated, grounded, level-headed hunter, provider, connected to the ancient primordial self. Not that, the serpent isn't, and not that the serpent is taken as a bad token here. Death and rebirth is a really amazing tool if you use it properly. There are some snakes that exist in the wilderness that are bad-tempered, shall we say, or are very much aware of their power, of their venom, and they kind of lash out at will, which is why in Scorpio, if anybody's a Scorpio watching, this might be a message for you. It's kind of connected to the scorpion sting in a similar way, So we have lower energies and higher energies, vibrations of every zodiac sign and every spirit animal. And again, this message to reconnect back to your animal spirit realm is really speaking to me in this reading right now. I wish I could take back the things that I said. So maybe for some of you in this situation right here, you called them out on something. Maybe that triggered all of this. At the very least, your divine masculine is really feeling the weight of that interaction. Something about that interaction really stuck with them. Yeah. And they're working through their childhood wounding. So that's good. They're aware of the childhood wound and they're working through the childhood wounding. Yeah, it's really, really amazing. I cannot ignore the signs I'm receiving any longer. So the universe is popping through for your divine masculine and telling him, look, man is strong. And this doesn't have to be gender specific, but you've got this urge to go out and conquer, this urge to procreate, this urge to be strong, and you're just going to have to trust in the direction that we're leading you. You can't do everything alone. And there's also this kind of sense that, your life, I don't mean to say this in a negative way, but your life is not as significant as you feel, as you, the ego, feels that it is. All of us are our own little universe. We are all equally as important in our own eyes as another person feels about themselves. So it's a call to be humble as well to move through this. All right, now the question everybody's been waiting for. Is this person, are they going to come forward? Are they going to call? What is going through this person's head? Do they want to put action or inspiration to action? What is going to happen? More twos. We have a 2 in every section. The 2 of Swords. Heads will roll. There will be a duel. There will be communication for some of you. It will be when somebody's having a dark night of the soul. It will be on an eclipse. It will be on a profound moment. It might be on the 26th of March when we have, it's like a star. Oh God, you guys got to look this up. It happens every, it's a rare event. Quote me on this. I'm going to have to find it. Oh, look at this. We've got the devil. Capricorn energy present here. And the Mother of Cups in reverse. Okay. You guys, your person might reach out. I also have the Father of Pentacles on the bottom. Okay. So we have some extremely unexpected, impulsive energy here. I feel like your person is going to reach out and just, some of them may lash out at you. With the Devil card here, we have people who are leaning into their vices, who are really not giving a shit about how it comes across, whether it hurts. Some of them might want to do for you what you did for them and dig up some demons and rustle the waters and some stones. Like I said, this is a duel, okay? Usually this card means choices, but I sense some forked tongues on the horizon. We have the Mother of Cups in reverse, which means there may be mother issues related to the childhood event. Completely unrelated to this, you may have some issues with your mom coming up, if that resonates with anyone. But it does suggest that your person is not in the mood to be maternal. They are in the mood to be, I almost want to say the devil in some ways is like a distorted emperor, because there's just such a masculine energy to the devil, at least in this deck, as Capricorn is the father of the zodiac. So I feel like sometimes if this person reaches out, it might be because they want to take back their power. So if you have a wounded masculine here who wants to idealize himself as some Don Quixote, or wants you to see them in a similar way, this person might try to take back their power by being argumentative, being contentious, and they'll come on real smooth too. It'll be like, hey, how are you? A normal conversation, and then bam. So watch out. Wow, this is the only reading I've done like this. That's so funny. All right, hold on. I want to see more. This is spicy. Oh my God. Spicy, super spicy. Okay. So for some of you are going to have a choice. We're going to draw a few more for that because I'm curious now. Okay, so it might be, a new start in something, probably possibly relationship. And the astrological energies at the end of this month are very supportive of that. And for others, we have healing. I'm going to draw one more here. And then we have self-doubt, and I did see fear under there as well. So again, this is kind of going in split levels, but don't worry, because often it's very paradoxical, but when we have these situations, the universe is basically giving us the fodder we need to heal. So even if your person reaches out and they kind of sputter, like they want to have words linger in your mind and they say things again that they wish they could take back, it's giving us a window into what bothers us, what triggers us, what still needs to heal. Maybe we also have other relationship stuff that needs to heal. Maybe we have self-esteem issues that needs to heal. Maybe this will finally trigger this person to say, you know what, I don't need to be this idealistic form of myself. I'm already enough. I'm already enough by what I want to go after. Now I just need to go after it. So it doesn't have to be a completely negative event, but I'm telling you, for some people, like, watch it. Like, some words are going to come through here. Look, my heart is telling me just do it. So if you're in the middle of a karmic choice or whatever, this is definitely an indication that when your person reaches out, you might want to consider going in that direction. If you've been thinking about it for a while, so that's confirmation for you. This is wild. This reading is all over the place. And then we will be together again. Look at that. Maybe somebody is reaching out, the Divine Masculine is going to reach out here because they're jealous. They've been seeing your social media. They think you're happy. They're like, I'm not happy. I am not going to be letting this person, look like they're having their happily ever after when their happily ever after is with me. That could be a reason that they're doing that. And then I'm a better person because of you. So that could be another reason that this person is reaching out, to let you know that they have done some soul searching and you guys are going to be together again. But right now, they have some stuff to work on. I don't know. This is wild. So again, if you're curious in your specific connection, take a look at my reading down below. Your reading will be just like this, and it will go into much more in-depth intuitively about the ins and outs of your connection. Interestingly enough, at the bottom of the deck, we have, I know you're right, but I need to come to my own conclusion. So this is a mixed bag. I am just floored by how many different possibilities we have here. But the masculine is definitely going through some self-esteem issues, some imagery issues. If your masculine has a little bit of narcissistic tendencies, that's definitely coming through. And then to wrap up this reading, I'm just going to pull a card from the Practice You deck. Yes. Where might you cultivate a deeper quality of dignity within yourself? When I respect myself, this is my body of regal, receptive readiness. So again, divine manifestation awaits. And I know I didn't really extrapolate on this, but this reading is all about authenticity. And in a world right now where we have a lot of different things pulling at us and demanding that authenticity looks like buying whatever is marketed well, whatever we can see and not what we feel, this is going to be what anchors you into what's real. And that's super important, because essentially all of those people out there who had a dream and made it happen, whether that was making a body scrub or running a business or creating a piece of art or a novel or, leveling up at work, whatever it is, they tapped into what their truth was. And they're just trying to do what everybody else is doing, is just sell it to you. So if you're not anchored to your why and your purpose, you're going to fall into these bunch of distractions, and you're going to see your bank account just drained, and you're going to be like, where did my money go? Who are you giving your attention to? And I appreciate you giving your attention to me, because you need to hear this. Who doesn't deserve your attention anymore? What are you buying that you don't need, that's not working towards your why, your mission? Who are you listening to that you don't need? It could be that negative voice within, So the challenge this week I have for you, if you're still with me, is to cut away to everything that feels like heavy and encumbering to your mission. So if you want to write a novel, and this is difficult because I know people have different hobbies, and that there are often for artists different avenues that we have to take in order to get inspired. So maybe that's it. Don't neglect the tiny little things that lead you towards inspiration. Do what's necessary and in the moment, and ask yourself, what do I need right now to be inspired? What do I need right now to help me cultivate this deeper quality of authenticity in myself? And then follow it. And then you'll begin to see what is no longer serving. Nope, I don't want to talk to that person right now. They take up too much of my time. Nope, I don't want to eat that right now. I know I'm going to be bloated later. Things like that. Nope, I really, really want to watch this show and keep my husband awake, but he has to go to bed early so he can wake up early, and when he doesn't get enough sleep, we fight, and that puts me in a bad mood, so I can't get my work done. These are all interconnected things. So that's my message for you this week. This is huge. This is groundbreaking. I hope that it resonated. Let me know if it did. And you feel free to email me or leave a comment below. As always, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next week.